Today we are making a video on how to embrace a new phase in your life. So the way that I create content for you is I pull tarot cards on what it is you need to know right now and what content I should share with you. And today what came up was that a lot of you guys are going through life changes and you feel a little heartbroken by those changes instead of feeling empowered. And so this video is about 5 different ways you can empower yourself as your life moves and changes. So the first way that you can empower yourself is by listening to your intuition. When we go through life change and it's a big change, it is a big deal. A lot of people feel anxious or they feel unsteady, and that's normal. You're not gonna always feel steady through change. So things that you can do to connect with your intuition are meditate. And if meditating is hard for you, I really suggest that you do guided meditations. I love ones by Shaman Durek, and I'll link those below. And I also just type in meditations on YouTube. So if I'm going through a change that has to deal with me needing to let go of something, I'll type in letting go guided meditation, and then I'll see what comes up. Another way that I like to connect in with my intuition is by journaling. I like to just journal out my feelings. If I'm going through a change, I just put all my feelings on paper and it leaves me, it goes somewhere else, and then I burn it and I let it go. And that symbolizes to me that I am done with that phase of my life. I put it all out on paper. It's not always the most productive thing to send people lots of messages or to have a conversation with someone that you know is not going to be well received, but doing this will help you have closure. Another way that I like to connect with my intuition is through painting. So sometimes when I have a lot on my mind or I'm getting a really bad pain in my back, I will start to paint. And as I paint, I focus on painting out the pain in my body or in my heart or in my mind. And it helps move the energy and allow motion to go into the emotion and just kind of process. And you'll start to have big intuitive insights as you're creating a work of art. You could do this by drawing, you don't have to paint. You can do it by just kind of getting into the zone of any kind. Sometimes people get into the zone when they're running or when they are working out and the endorphins are going, but just let yourself go to a different space in your mind that you don't normally access, and that is what I call my intuition. So number 2 is to not focus on the past, and that is so much easier said than done. But when you're focusing on the past and you're looking back at things that have gone right or gone wrong, you're just bringing yourself deeper into the past. And there's something to be said for reflection, but that's what your intuition is for. Your intuition is to help you understand the way your past loops into your present, but don't become overwhelmed with it. More of your time should be spent on focusing on the present moment and building things that are completely... Hang on, Media. So essentially, when you're focusing on the past, you are not creating memories in the present. You're just staying stuck in something that has come and gone and has had its place, and now it's time for something completely new. So the best thing for you to do when you're trying to reconnect with the present is to breathe and also just be aware of everything that's going on with you and to just try to enjoy whatever is happening. When you are showing up and you're saying, I'm grateful for the blue sky today, or I'm thankful for my home, or I'm thankful for my job, the little things It just makes you reconnect with what's around you so that you're not being delusional about what's going on. So number 3 is to spend time with your friends and just connect with the people who you love. You should also be connected in the present moment when you're with your friends. So when you are out having drinks, don't focus on the things that are making you sad. Focus on things that excite you, that you can explore. Maybe take a fun class with a friend, or ask your friend what is going on in their life and put the focus off of you, because when you're trying to enter into a new phase, it's very important to explore and to get to know different facets of your friends that maybe you didn't even know before. Friends, just put yourself in situations where you will encounter a different vibe. Maybe go to events that you wouldn't normally go to. Just do something to put yourself out there. Number 4 is to practice self-love. So when you are going through a big change, the only thing that stays constant is that you are alive in the moment, living your life. And the way that you can show up more wholly is by activating self-love through self-care. For some people, this might mean Epsom salt baths. For other people, it might mean, buying yourself a gift, a new outfit you like, or some new makeup, or a new lotion, or CBD, whatever your self-care practice is, go to that. If that means that you don't know what your self-care practice is, then start Googling self-love and look it up. Someone who I love to follow when it comes to self-love is Gala Darling, and she has amazing videos, tools, and techniques that have helped me throughout the last probably 5 to 7 years develop a healthier relationship with myself. And without her work, I probably wouldn't be in such a great place. So I'm going to link her stuff below so that you can look into it. But essentially, when it comes to self-love, what comes up is that you need to look at yourself, all parts of yourself, even the parts that you despise, and you need to send those things love. I love to do tapping videos where you do EFT tapping and you follow along with a guide and you tap out the things that you just cannot stand about yourself, and then you fill yourself back up with what you love. And it definitely helps shift the energy in your mind and in your subconscious. And I've had great results with it, but at the same time, I'm also very much a spiritual person who loves to chant. Working out is self-love. There are so many different ways to engage in self-love practices. So find one that works for you and keep exploring more, because you can never love yourself enough. And number 5 is to view this life change, whatever you're going through, as something that is a challenge, and it's a positive challenge that will make you stronger on the other side. What you can do is you can envision that whatever change is happening, no matter how difficult, envision that change heating up like the sun and melting away everything that is not real and valuable in your life. It's not to say that those things were never valuable. It's just right now they are not, and they should go, and you should be happy as they leave and feel the space that's opened up. A few years ago, I was going through a breakup that was really hard for me, and that's when I started to get into writing. I started getting jobs where I was able to write and get paid for it, and it was really fun. It made me feel like I was a fun Carrie Bradshaw, and I would just sit and relax because suddenly all of my time was free, and I would write and create, and it turned into a really big hobby for me, and that led me here. And creating videos for you, creating content is one of the best parts of my life that I love so much. And without that big change, I probably wouldn't be who I am now. And that's how I view every single big change that I've gone through in my life, because the last few years have been all about changing and exploring and learning about who I am at the core, and learning about the pieces of me that will never change in a good way. I have just been exploring the core foundations of who I am, and that is something that is priceless. So I hope that these 5 tips really helped you today and will continue to help you in your future. Leave me a comment below, let me know how it goes. Share this video with a friend if they are going through change as well. And let's work together to keep each other on track on being our best selves. I love you so much. Follow me on Instagram @LoveTheAlchemist, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye!
Radia.